Good evening, parents, teachers, members of the board, relatives, friends, and graduates. It's been a crazy few months, and I definitely did not expect to be giving this speech in my basement. So this is new for me, and I'm sure you've heard the whole spiel of, we're all in this together. So I'll leave that to the repetitive corporate commercials that you've seen so often. I'd like to leave you with something that I learned at my time at District 34. Since the early years at Glen Grove, one constant in my life has been improv. Whether it's drama club, stand-up comedy, or winging a presentation because you forgot to prepare the night before. These experiences have taught me many ways to better myself and the people around me. The main one being yes and. Yes and is a concept that I learned from Kim Green-Hiller, my improv teacher, at the Laughing Academy. Miss Kim always says, yes and is the ability to agree with someone or something and contribute to that idea. It's the ability to listen and be open-minded to new perspectives. It's the ability to learn and teach. Yes and has given me so many new opportunities in life that it's hard to count. The first big yes and moment that I had at District 34 was starting improv classes. If I had not been open to joining that improv class, I might be hesitant to stand here and give this speech today. Moving into middle school with this new yes and attitude, I wanted to be as receptive to as many new experiences as possible. As I was settling into Springman and its multitude of clubs, sports, and activities, many new opportunities presented themselves, one of which was Science Olympiad. I was not sure if I would like it, and I wasn't sure if it was right for me, but I decided, why not? Yes and. I did Science Olympiad 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and I had a blast each season. When I signed up for this new experience, I could not have known the amount of friends that I would make or the skills that I would pick up along the way. I even met a British lady at the British School of Chicago who referred to the elevator as a lift. So I learned a lot of new things, and saying yes and gave me a chance to experience these new things that I could not replicate any other way. It's the things that I didn't expect that make Science Olympiad worth it. But that's the beauty of yes and. You're never going to know what lies ahead. So the only way that you will succeed is to try new things. So as I kept on yes-anding my way through my middle school career, more opportunities were presented to me. From larger commitments like jazz band and being stage manager of the musical, to smaller things like after-school clubs and intramural golf. I learned and gained something for myself through every single one of these events. That's the yes part of yes and. But there's a whole second part to it. Yes and is not only saying yes to a new opportunity, but it's also making it better by contributing to it. Miss Bergman always says the number one rule is to make your partner look good. This idea of contributing to your partner or group is applicable to literally everything you did at Springman. In the classroom, if you are brainstorming, it's better to take someone's idea and build off of it rather than shoot it down. Yes and can help with a social studies presentation. It can further you in a STEM challenge, and it makes your writing better. It's about saying yes and inviting someone into your group. It's about saying yes and building a friendship. It's what makes Mr. Tosh nice enough to come back year after year. If you think about it, yes and is the only way that we can progress and overcome challenges. It's how the teachers took the challenge of remote learning head on. It's how the students learned how to e-learn. Saying yes and keeping an open mind is what helped Mr. Bailey and some of my other teachers accept late work. Yes and is a certain freedom that you give yourself. And you can't have this freedom without saying yes and to who you are deep down inside of you. You all probably just collectively sighed and thought that I'm starting to sound like an inspirational poster in one of the Springman bathrooms. But hear me out. When you give yourself the freedom to be true to who you are, yes and can only make you go further. Think about your career ahead at GBS. My older brother says that GBS is the place where everybody fits in. So why not say yes and to all the opportunities you're going to have moving forward? At the same time, you should celebrate all that you have accomplished your 3 great years at Springman. On behalf of my class, I want to thank all the teachers, administrators, and staff that made our 3-year run at Springman so great. We're so excited and ready to say yes and to our years ahead. And to the students, thank you for an amazing 3 years, and congratulations.